Big John, Big John.
Morning, Max. Morning, Ruckus. Morning, everybody. It's Thursday, the 27th of October. Got a little rain shower come through yesterday. Actually, let's go check the rain gauge. I say we got about 3/10. I don't know if we did or not. But I do believe it's plenty dry enough we can start running beans again. 2/10. 2/10 here. So we need to go out and get the grain drill. We need to turn the brushes. That sun's in the way. We need to rotate them brushes in that grain drill and get it ready for wheat, so I can plant some wheat. Did run that inline ripper the other night. Oh, you guys are dirty. Hang on. There we go. Run that inline ripper the other night till it got late and started raining on me a little bit. I'm liking the job it's doing. And tweak it and play with it a little bit in the daylight so I can see what's going on. The lights on that old tractor leave a little something to be desired. So anyway, you guys have seen me do this before. The brushes on them belt meters, and they twisted, so I'm not going to bore you with it. Okay, I realize that maybe some of you haven't seen me do this yet. I got new people on the channel. So with this Great Plains drill, we have the SI belt meters on it. And okay, like I was saying before, my battery died and I had to change that. This pin, there's two holes on the side here, one in the back and one out towards the front. When you have it in the hole in the back, it holds this brush back tight against the belts and kind of cleans your beans, sweeps your beans off so that you only got one bean per hole. Sorry about that. So you got to push this back in, and they can be kind of stubborn. Get a pair of pliers, push that back in, then you have to twist this belt, or this brush, excuse me, back out. So then it gives room for the wheat to fall. So it basically goes back to a regular style grain drill where it is a controlled spill. So we, oops, gotta put that back in before I twist it. And I've been doing it wrong for a lot of years. I actually put this back. I would tip the brush all the way out and put this pin back in underneath of it, which I just figured out was wrong. You want the brush to come out against the, so you turn this. I don't know if you can see that brush in there moving. When it's back like that, it keeps the beans in the holes. And what I'm talking about here, I've got a spare brush. Let me go. What this system does is this is a spare unit. So can you see the belt? Let me get in the sunlight here. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, see the the belt has all the little pockets, the seed cups basically. And then it's driven off of a common shaft right there. The shaft goes through all of them. And that cup singulates the beans. And that's what these are all about, is more singulation. And I can actually show you, let me put this back up. As that belt turns, it drops basically one bean at a time. And the old system, the original system, is flutes. And I have the old system hanging right here. And basically what you did with the old system, these flutes turned a constant speed. And see how this one is slid in and out? That is how you adjusted the amount of seed. It was by sliding this back and forth. And there it would only grab a little bit of seed, because there's an opening up there and it would only let so much in. So it would only be taking this much, and the more seed you wanted to put down, the more of the flute you exposed. And that would be wide open. So it's just floop, floop. Every time one of them cavities comes around, it would dump that amount of seed. Well, you could have, 6, 7, 8, 9 soybeans in there, and it would drop them all at one time, which you didn't run it wide open like that, but still it would drop 3, 4 soybeans at one time, and it would just be little clusters. Now it wasn't that bad because they wouldn't all fall exactly the same down the tubes, but still it was just a controlled spill, where these belt meters is a constant dropping seeds one at a time. So that's why we went with them. They are a little bit more, you got to adjust them more. And then over here on this side, I know I'm rambling on, but the old setup, you had a slide that you moved back and forth, and it would open and close. It would slide them flutes, exposing more or less as to how much grain it would drive. Well, this one, you have a transmission that's all added on here, and you change these 2 sprockets. You have a stack of them right here and a book with the listings, and you change these 2 sprockets to change the speed of the shaft. So instead of changing how much flute is showing and that spilling, you're actually slowing the shaft down or speeding the shaft up for the individual seed cups on them belts. Okay, clear as mud? All right, well, let me show you another one here. Some of these brushes are getting in pretty tough shape too. They don't last forever. You gotta replace them every once in a while. I got some new ones in here. Can't find, there we go. So you move that up, get it in there, good. And then I don't even know if you'd have to rotate the brush back. There you go, see how that rotates back against it. Here's the next one. I know it's a little dark. I had the door open for lots of light, but there's a cold wind coming in. Hang on. These outside ones are okay. You can reach right in here and get to them. If you can see the hole. Come on. Is that it? That is it. There you go. Now, here, let me get the light. That's where the brush was, all the way back against the belt. Metering. And you twist it out like that against the brush, against the pin. So yeah, these ones here that are easy to get to are fun, but when you've got all this stuff to climb in and around to get to them inside ones, when you weigh 300 pounds, it gets a little tight. you do a little climbing and some acrobats. And anyway, I'm gonna shut this off and go. All right, it's 4:45, and everything got real busy. So took the wagon load of wheat over to Dad's, parked that. He was out in the shed. He got done checking over the combine there. So he says, what do you want to do? I said, well, I want to plant wheat, but I want you to go down and march and run beans so we can get wheat in there. All right. So but he wants to rip up, he wants to run that inline ripper across the ends and a couple of spots where the ground's real tight from water laying west of the barn there, because he wants to put alfalfa in there and he doesn't want the water standing on the alfalfa. So he took the combine down there, opened it up next to my brother's house. Then I picked him up in the truck. We come to my house to dump them 400 bushel in the grain cart off into the semi, because I couldn't put the auger down because the auger had beans in it. Got that emptied, folded the auger down, took that to my brother's house. He drove over in the truck, picked me up, back to the house, dropped me off, got the semi, took the semi over there. He went back with the truck. This truck started running. I got the semi backed in there, jumped in my truck, came back home, grabbed you guys out of the other tractor, Scooter, with the grain drill. I have a fertilizer spreader, the fertilizer cart up to Anderson's, loaded to spread fertilizer on that field before I drill it and work it. So that's where we're going. We're going to the town to get a cart. And we'll probably get the old 830 out and spread fertilizer with that, the one we baled with. And there it is. A new one. All right, made her back to Dad's here. This thing is a beast, I'm telling you. Heavy duty. This thing. Okay, move the truck out of the way, get the 830. The old 830, that's the second tractor I drove. When I was, I don't know, 4, 5. This is the first one. Yeah, sitting out here rotting away. Little case VAC. Yeah, that's the first tractor I drove. That used to be the only tractor. At one point, that was the only tractor on this farm. But they only farmed this 100 acres here. Yeah. So, this is the jewel that we're going for. Oil's good. Boy, it's been a long time since I've drove this tractor. She was down for a while. Had a fuel line leak, and it was a special line. We had a heck of a time finding it. There, check the fuel in her. Oh yeah. 3/4 full. Gauge. I think the oil pressure is the only one that works. That's all you need to do, right? All right, luckily they just got pins in here, 2 pins. I moved that hitch down, an 1.5 inches because the drawbar on this tractor is so low, so she's sitting level. So yeah, we got her. Pins, pins, and more pins. And they twist and the chain gets tight and short. Hey, we are set. We are set. See if the PTO engages. Oh yeah. Which I knew it did because we just bailed with this tractor not too long ago. So, all right. 6 gear sounds good. All of these are a little different. So this one, you've got a rod here that you pull, and it probably trips something in here and lets this wheel down. And when this wheel drives, goes through this series of transmission and gears, and it comes back here. You can see that chain moving, and it turns. See the web turning? So that's what I mean by ground driven. So let's see what we got to do. Usually you got to jerk it. There we go. Wheel is in contact. No lack of places to stick a magnet on this tractor. Everything is steel. All right. Web's turning. I can see fertilizer spreading. All right, back and forth across this field. Well, I was trying to figure out a place I could put you guys back here, but this is all down in the spread zone. And this is all stainless steel, non-magnetic. So I guess I can't do anything here. I wish I had my drone figured out. I could do some aerial drop shots while I was doing this, but all right, back at her. Okay, got her done back up here at the house. I got to get this unhooked, put the tractor back in the shed, put the pickup truck on this, take it back to my house, pull batteries out of the 2470. By that time, Dad will have the truck loaded, run that to Toledo, go to work tonight, stop in the morning, get batteries, get the 2470 going, rip ground, plant wheat. Maybe. Yeah, I got plenty of suntan and sunburn on this tractor. I had to do all the planting. But when I was, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old, I started doing all the cultivating and helping them cultivate. We planted everything in 30-inch rows, well, 38s back then. And we cultivated everything. And this is the tractor we use. All right, battery died, obviously. I got the batteries tore out of the 2470. They're in the back of my truck. That's just about got this full. I'm going to climb up here and see how full it is. I don't know if I can do this with you guys. I'm not. Okay, so one more dump. One more dump. Not even a full one, and she's full. So I'm going to take off. So I'm going to take the grain cart. If he's got anything in this. No. Well, I guess I'll just leave it sit here. All right, he'll dump on me and I'll head to Toledo. All right, I made her up here. All the way across that bridge, about a mile back, was all stop and go traffic. But I made it up here. Friday, 7 to 5, Saturday, 7 to 5, closed Sunday. That's not good. One cool thing though, I don't know if you can see that white boom sticking out there. They're loading a ship. Got a big lake freighter over there. Oh, gotta pull ahead. Watch the buzzer. So yeah, maybe I get a little footage of that lake freighter once I get emptied out. Coming down off the scales. Manitoulin? That's what it says on the side of it. Manitoulin. Once I get empty, I'll sneak down there. I'll walk down there between the fertilizer bins and see what's going on. All right, all unloaded. Remind me to tarp the truck. I've been running back home empty, untarped, and I clicked on the fuel mileage the other day. My mileage going home empty, untarped is the same as coming up here loaded. You tarp it, it doubles. So, ADM's loading another boat over there. That's not the one that was in here yesterday. But this big thing here, she's a beast. It goes all the way up to on near where that train is. Big lake freighter. Yep. Moving product on the Maumee River.